balance class yesterday, or at least learned something from it, because we're bouncing on that imbalance, right? 50%, we're right there. And guess what? We came back, tested those buyers. Turns out they're still there. Now we're slowly grinding up. If we get a fake out move around 648 and then come back down, that could be possible. Or maybe this is a nice cup and handle to go and retest 655. Who knows? So the imbalance theory still seems to hold, even if we have this downward move from the event from yesterday and this gap down. So we'll see what happens. I rolled my 644p from yesterday on my small account. They're down 35%. But I bet at open, they'll be up like 10, 20, 30%, whatever the number is. So I'll just take the win on those and call it a day. But I'm personally interested in getting calls right at open. The IV will be juice. So that means the contract prices are insanely expensive. Look at this. $9, $100, $1,000, sorry. So I don't think we should do a whole lot, because even the 650 strike that I was looking at is $750. Do I want to risk $750 on a morning play? Probably not. But you do what you're comfortable with. I have zero interest in buying anything today until like 12 p.m. I don't know, 1 p.m. or something like that, when IV finally drops. And I'm looking at the SPX contracts. The market's unopened, but whenever it opens up, I think, we'll see these jump to like probably $2 grand, $3 grand, whatever it is. So let's see what happens. But I'm really interested in doing as little as possible, except for closing these two puts that I have, and maybe getting a call at the 650 strike later in the day. And if we don't hold above 648, I'd be interested in getting puts towards the downside, because 635 is lit up right now. And George says on the gamma side, 650 is your pin. So, we're below that. You want to buy calls below 650, and you want to buy puts around 650. I don't actually know if we get there, because that's this area of rejection. It's been supported a couple times, but we've rejected from there like a few times in the past. So I don't necessarily think we get to 650 today. I do think it's going to roll over around 648 if it does do that. But to me, I'm more interested in calls. And welcome to whoever joined recently. But the premiums on these are juiced. So I don't honestly think it's worth taking the risk and spending $750 on these calls or puts or whatever. But we'll give it some time to see how it opens, and then we'll go from there. I'm likely going to take my first SPX position around maybe 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock or something like that. I just want to make sure that data has run its course and we can get cheaper contracts, because I have zero interest in spending $4,000 on a single contract when I want to get like 2 or 3 of them. I do like micron calls that open. They are really expensive. IV is just juice right now. So let's go through VIX so you can kind of understand why IV is juice in the first place. Implied volatility has gone up. VIX is now peaking. This is that old support wall that I drew back in, I think it's like December 2025 or something like that. And we've been coming back into this range for the last like couple of weeks. And I do think you have a strong chance of VIX rolling over to the downside. But we might get a red day today. So we'll see how it happens if this kind of continues to squeeze up. Maybe go towards the call wall at 30. Then I know we're in for some pain on the indices and for other stocks as well. But I do think there's a strong chance, and maybe an 85% chance, by the end of the day, VIX will be down and the S&P 500 will be up. But you almost have like an equal chance of this rolling over towards maybe 635. Maybe even 633 if we want to do the previous week low sweep. But the contracts are expensive as hell across the board. How much of this you want to do, I have no clue. Let me just refresh and make sure the contract prices are actually real or not. Wow, these are insanely expensive, and I don't think it's worth spending $1,000 on a morning play right now. So that's really where I'm at, and low volume as well. Yes, Musas is right. There's not much volume. The reason I think there's not much volume, because I was looking at the SPX page, and SPX is the indicator for me to see where we might end up. But, you have $16 million worth of volume. It's not much, honestly. It's nothing. Even on SPX, you got 4 bill or something, 4.9 bill for effectively a Friday before a long weekend, or the Thursday before a long weekend. I don't really think there's going to be much volume anyways. That being said, if I do see something or see some movement here on the upside or downside, I'll let everyone know. And let me just recap some of the plays from yesterday because they were all profitable except for one. The issue that I have, which is just an issue to me, is I just did not sell them. They were up like 20, 40%. I was like, nah, I'm going to get 100% or zero. So I'm out $4,000. Could have been around plus 6K, but it is what it is. I don't think I missed any plays except for this one. And that the reason I cut that was because of the imbalance holding. And so let's go through that again. SPX, let's open that up. Oh, wrong one. When this imbalance held, and I was like, we got the undercut. I was debating on getting more puts, but then, I saw this candle come up. I was like, okay, we're going to listen just the undercut to go higher. We tagged one imbalance, went to the other. We went over this in
Holy
the class
shit, you
yesterday.
see how it bounced?
Yeah, of course.
Are you watching it bounce?
We're all watching it bounce.
No, you guys are bouncing out of equilibrium.
All right, I'm going to mute that guy. But that's the reason I got that. And then today we're seeing the same thing, the imbalance theory play out, 50% came back, tagged it, bounced exactly at that 50% zone, didn't even do the undercut, and now you're going up, right? Do you think you're on your SPX plays? You've been experiencing drawdowns like some of the morning spy plays? Yeah, you can probably wait. The thing is, like, I don't know when there's going to be drawdown, right? I wish I knew. Like, I just don't know. And the reason I don't know is because they sometimes do the undercut, sometimes they don't, sometimes they just let it go, and sometimes they're like, oh, fuck it, we're just going to pump it, right? And so to me, like a 20, 30% drawdown is really nothing. If it hurts y'all, you can wait like 5-10 minutes before you take that play. That's totally fine. But I'd rather be positioned at the relatively the right time, maybe even a bit earlier than, miss the move. And I think the drawdown thing, it doesn't happen. I mean, it happens. It's common. Like, it's common for every single person. It doesn't matter if it's me or George or another analyst or whatever. The reality is there will be some drawdown. Not every play will have zero drawdown. If we had that, we would be machines. But, we can't predict how the market's going to behave. We can only watch and observe, right? So it is what it is. But, we had one missing play yesterday on SPX compared to all the other ones. I don't know if we got news, but that's what I was saying. We held that 50% imbalance, still going up, looking good. USO, I think we'll dump eventually. I just don't know when. QQQ, let's go look at that real quick. 575 is the put wall, I believe. They're likely going to try and get it above that, and maybe even to 580 before they decide to roll it down, because market makers will lose money below the put walls. We know this, and above the call walls. So that's that. On IWM, I think it's literally the same story across the board. Like, your put wall is at 245. You've held this imbalance. You've undercut it. Maybe you go up and tag 247.43 and then decide to come down. I think IWM cons will be cheaper than QQQ and for SPY. Yeah, they're a bit cheaper, but not by much. The market is open. Let's go see what we get. But these contracts are juiced. Honestly, I don't even think it's worth playing right now. But there's a move upwards towards 650. And this is up 24%. Great. I'm just going to sell both of them because I really don't want to hold anything right now. And I'm going to see if I can sell it at 1.33 or something. Just get back $300 there. Excellent. And I did do the straddle yesterday for my main account, which is a 653 call and a 653 put, just one contract each. 653 is on the money, obviously. So I think it's going to be a nice gain for my main account there. And that was a hedge because I don't know what's going to happen today. And let's go see if I want to get the 648 strike. Look, I don't know how this is so juiced up. Maybe my broker's glitching. I don't know why. But I don't know if you guys see the things that I see. SPX contracts are juice as hell right now. The 6,500 strike is $2,000. I'm just going to wait for this and decide what to do afterwards. But I like the risk and reward of the 648 call personally. That's really what I'm looking at right now. I made money on those puts, so I'm happy with the gain there. Nice, got an extra $300 back. I'm happy with that. Maybe what I'll do is get the 650s, and maybe I get them at $1. And the $100 SPY portfolio, by the way, it's up to $675 now. So 6x in 1 week. Not bad. And we can also see institutions have slowed down their sells, like 18K shares, 19K shares, 30K shares, 35K shares. So, slowed down there. I don't think we got news. I think this is just market makers trying to get back above the pole wall so they can stop losing money. Yeah, I'm just going to get one of these at 116 maybe. Actually, maybe 120. I don't think this will go through. See how the call premiums are increasing like crazy? I'm just going to do one of these and call it a day. We don't have to do a whole lot here. I literally don't think there was news. This is just structural. This has nothing to do with anything in the world. I think the reason we're bouncing up here is because of this this buyer here that brought us that 3% move that one day. So like you're bouncing in that 50% range. I'd only be interested in puts if we close below 644.54 here. And I do think there's a strong likelihood that we go and make 660 a reality by Monday, maybe even Tuesday. I don't want to swing anything. I don't want to swing any calls. But I just want to give it some time. Oh man, my broker's glitching out today. Apologies. I don't know what happened here. I saw them like at 120. Now they're at a buck here, but we'll see what happens. We can also get some puts, poopies and puts. I like the 644 ones. They're 138 bucks. I already have them. But maybe the 640 are a good strike as well. If you want to do a little straddle, you can do it. I literally don't think these are going to win though. But let's see. I'm going to get one of these as well. And do a nice little straddle here between the 648 calls and the 640 puts. But I do think the calls are the better risk and reward here, just so people know. And the only reason I say that is because we've held that in balance. So calls are better RR. But you got to do what you're comfortable with. Totally get it. Netflix. Let's go see what's happening on Netflix. Oh, wow. Look at that buy up. Yeah, see, this is the buy the dip kind of day, I think. I might have been looking at the wrong contract. Apologies. I think I got that 650 instead of the 648 at 120 that I was trying to get. Oh, well. Netflix is gone. I was also calling out Micron calls right at the open, which I think it's already gone because I was looking at the 350 ones. But these are really expensive, so I don't think it's worth the risk. The 350 strike is like 300 bucks. If you did take those calls, you're up a little bit. I accidentally placed a limit buy for 120 bucks on this one instead of 100. I don't want to average down, to be honest. But you're up on calls if you took them, and you're red on puts if you took them. We'll give it some time. We'll see what happens. I'm glad my puts sold in the morning before this pop here. Otherwise, it'd be red. While we wait, let's go see what USO is doing because I'm curious. Yep, there's a rejection. What I was calling out in the paid chat was I'm seeing a head and shoulder form here. You have your left shoulder, you have your head, you have a right shoulder potentially forming. Maybe that happens today. Maybe that happens on Monday. I have no clue. But this is looking like it's ready to come back down to this area before it decides to go back up or not. And I did swing some 132 calls for USO for today on Monday, I believe. They're in the money. They're green as hell. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest, but you know, that was a nice little hedge to my portfolio. And because we don't have volume, market makers can't decide or institutions can't decide what to do right now. Like, let's go look at the volume here. It's 4 mil compared to like 16 mil from yesterday, or not even yesterday, 2 days ago. Yesterday was also a light volume day. I think we had like 4 million again. So I don't think much is going to happen for the first half hour, and then we'll see if we can explosive move up or down one way or another by noon. Okay, my straddle here. Let's see what it's doing. I'm not up much on these puts either. Let's go look at QQQ. I don't know. This seems to me like a retest and then kind of go up. I could be wrong, but Qs are moving a bit differently than SPY right now. SPY, than SPY right now. Like whenever I see these wicks, especially on the 15-minute, like that's price rejection. That's market makers telling you that they're not letting to go, let it drop below that. Nicely done, Poopy. Got 22% on those puts. There's honestly just no volume, so I don't think anything's going to happen for a little bit. If anything, I'm seeing the upside increase. If anything, I'm seeing the 6,500 strike get lit up. Where is SPY at right now? Or SPX right now? Like the upside is getting lit up here. I don't know if you see it, but look at this. This is increased. This is decreased a little bit. That's increased a little bit. You got $17 million of exposure at 6,500. I'd rather bet with the big guys here rather than like, you know, what I'm trying to do. So let's see what the 6,500 strike is worth right now. $2 grand, 1,700 bucks. It probably just takes a while to get there, but I do think you're due for a bounce. Yeah, it might be even good to just stay away, honestly. And the call premiums here are starting to increase. I gotta look at this timing bug, see what's going on. A reminder, I have that straddle going, so I got puts and calls. I overpaid for the calls by accident because I was looking at the wrong contract. But the 640 puts, if you tail, they're up 13%, 20% now. Apple insane dump. Let's go look. Oh, there's a move on QQQ. Wow, Apple's rejecting this 255 level hard. I was trying to get some calls going for end of the year. I think at the 300 strike already. I'm pretty sure they're red though, so I'm gonna get rid of that my little drawing there. This is a classic accumulation pattern, just so people know. When you're bouncing between two levels consistently, like you're accumulating for a big move one way or another. I don't know which way it goes though. Let's see Apollo's gains. Apollo's a good trader too. He's got some good moves. Nicely done. I don't know. They're starting the buy algos. Maybe it takes a while. It takes a little bit of time. George for the most part. So just people know he's saying there's no volume, so there's no need to do anything. We're up 40% on these puts. Honestly, you should take the win at this point in time. Let's see if I can get a sell for like, what did I get that contract at 120? 50%? 60%, nice, okay. Let's see if we can get 100 here. I don't think we will, but we'll see. I just want to see how this changes. More than anything else, I'm interested in seeing if the data stream that I have set up is working right or not. 650 is a pen. I get it. 30 SPY engulfing. Let's go look at the 30-minute candle. I don't know. I think we just do a double tap here of this 644.54 area, and then it goes up. I'll stop moving my levels. You're up on these puts. If you want to take the win, but I think it's likely you're going to bounce up here. And then the call premiums are slowly increasing. This went from like 1,500 to 1,620. kind of like the 65.30 strike at $750, $700. See, there it is. I'm going to hold this one because this is just a hedge for me. I don't really care if it goes to zero. Still green on these if you took them. But I think you're about to get a move up really fast, like aggressive towards 650. Should I get one of these or should I not? Do I want to risk it right now or not? I don't know. I could get the 655 strike instead. And let's go see what George is saying. Yeah, that's still increasing. I like that. Oops, wrong one. I'll go look at SPX here. This is projecting up, honestly. I don't know if I want to bet against where dealers are positioned right now. $650 is a pin, okay. Gotta be really quick with these exits. 6500 is lit and 6550 could be good RR later. I also forgot how hard it is to build a small portfolio because I can only get like 1 or 2 contracts at a time. And like I forgot you gotta like just be patient, get 40%, 50%, call it a day. I haven't done it in a while. And a while being like a year. I might be the only bullish person today. I might literally be the only bullish person today. You're coming into an order block here on Apple. Like you're likely to just hold this imbalance here and then move up. Counting, crazy. Yeah, it looks like an inverse head and shoulder to me as well, but you know, I don't want to buy puts until this thing breaks. They're not really letting it go. I'm going to keep this hedge. I'm just going to keep that on because I'd rather be covered here. Yeah, there you go. All right. Princess Confluence. Let's do this. I want to do the 6530. Oh my God. You saw this happen real time. All right, dudes. We're going to do this. I'm going to lose $370 here. Literally, as I was saying it happened. I knew this would happen. I want to hold this, as I said. Okay, green on calls if you took them. I'll also take them in. I don't know what else to say. There it is. There's the move. I all saw that thesis play out in real time. I'm going to leave this on because I really just want to protect my portfolio here from much more downside. If it happens, it happens. But we're up 14% on the SPX calls, 15% now. If you want to take the win, just take the win. But I'm literally going to... I want to see if this goes up like 100%. That's what I want to see. More than anything else. Nice. Yo, that was some magical alignment between Poopy, George, myself, Princess. And we're going up here, 20% on calls. Nicely done. I don't know if my other calls have come back or not. Let's go see. I overpaid for these by accident. I'm so sorry. I was looking at the wrong contract. I was trying to get them for like $1.20 for the 649 strike. And I overpaid for these. That's totally on me because I was not looking. Get 30% of these calls. All right, we're moving. Nice. You're still up on these calls if you took them. Just be mindful for roll at 648. I'll be looking to get out of these calls around here, just so people know. Because I'm mindful of a roll around there. And you saw that thesis play out in real time. Oh, I'm green on these calls. Nice, even though I overpaid for them. Cool. But you saw that play out in real time because I was just looking at the George page. You should probably take the win on these calls, honestly, at 20%, whatever the number is. And we saw, what was it, 6,500 lit up with an extra 17 mil. So that's the reason I got those calls in the first place. But I accidentally overpaid on the SPY ones. It's okay. It happens. Nice. Okay. We should be paid. Should we just end the stream? We made some money on puts. I'm going to keep mine as a hedge. We made some money on calls. Let's see if they either go up 100% or to 0. Honestly, if you got filled and you're up like 30%, just take the win. I'm a bit more of a degen today because I want to see what happens. More out of curiosity than anything else. Oh, by the way, do people see what I see or am I just going crazy again? Like this is a sweep of an imbalance, right? We got that sweep. Came back exactly to that 50% that we drew yesterday. Got that liquidity bounce. You're more likely to go what? Up here and maybe even up here at 65, 46, 44, whatever that number is. So just be mindful that this is the area that I'm watching for to scale out of these calls. But if you got like 20, 30% on these calls, honestly, just take the win and sit out for the day. I don't think we're going to get a whole lot of movement. Although, as I say that, we might just get a hell lot of volume for no apparent reason. Okay, what are people saying? Nice. Paul's goaded there. He says sweet charge on Costco, is it? Costco, yes, I agree. Costco will feed families both literally and to the markets. Yeah, I'll look into that. Nice, Hoagie. Nicely done. We're still green on these calls, by the way. I mean, you should take the win, honestly. Unless you want to lose $300, which I'm okay with personally. Beautiful. I just need to see this imbalance flip. I really just want to see this flip and I'll add to those calls. If it flips, I'm happy. And this is where I'm glad I got the position early because I'm now able to add to it with full confidence and hold it. I'm just waiting for this to flip. That's literally all I'm waiting for. And if I get that at 10, great. If not, then I have no qualms taking the win at 35% there. Yeah, Damien's actually really good at finding these weird plays. It might have to be you. I've got a packed day of meetings. Hey, 50% of these calls. Look at that. Go, 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 go. Sorry, I have zero energy today.
I wouldn't say unusual. I wouldn't say
great.
unusual. I would say niche.
Okay, niche is the better word. You're right, Timmy. Apologies.
No problem. But happy to see that, Haka. But folks, first, welcome for joining us today. We've made a little bit of money here.
We did, indeed.
Just trying to see if Shabs accidentally buys 11 contracts again.
No, I withdrew everything from this account, so I literally started with $1,000 today. I'm not bullshitting either. Like, I literally started with a grand. A grand, see?
Oh, wow. By the way, folks, if you're a little bit new to George, I'll tell you a little bit about what I do here. I am the probably chief idiot officer. Jokes aside, folks, I try to find some plays from a macro perspective that I feel maybe a little bit more undervalued. So one of the big things that I've been trying to find recently in terms of energy is trying to understand impacts as it relates to energy as a whole, and trying to find more plays that are based in Europe or other areas that are more likely to be affected rather than US or Canadian centric. And those calls are up very nicely now. We're getting a nice push.
Yeah, that's what I thought we would. I mean, you saw the thesis play out in real time. I don't know what else I can say here. $100%. Nice. Take the win, y'all. We flipped that imbalance. I didn't get a chance to add. I was writing messages. Fuck.
Excellent. Made some nice money. All right. By the way, folks, if you did take any SPX calls, those are also moving as well. And folks, just keep in mind, we don't, even if we put out a SPX play, you don't necessarily have to take that as SPX. You can always take that as SPY, or you can always take it on your other index, because a lot of times the indexes can move together.
They do.
Now, if you take, Shabs, kind of curious, how would you say this? Let's say you take a 6,500 SPX play. What would you look at on SPY if you were hypothetically doing that? Because I'm sure you probably wouldn't go straight to 650.
No, you would do 648, maybe 646, something like that.
See?
Okay, we're up 120% on these calls. I don't know if I could do any better right now. So shall we call it?
I think we should. You know, I think we've made some good money today for our folks.
Jesus, this is going, man. This is going, Timmy.
Hey, I know. I have a 6,500 call. I'm happy about it.
Yo, George is goated, man. Like, I love this little thing I built out. You saw it happen and change in real time. I'm going to sell this at $900 maybe and just chill out for the day. Do nothing. If it fills, it fills. I think it does what fill. But we've got a nice 130% on calls. We made 40% on puts. I will see you all later.
And folks, thanks for joining us here today at the live stream of George. We hope you have a wonderful and magical day. Well, actually can't say magical. We hope you have an excellent day wherever you are.